Welcome back to From the Heart. I'm showing here how I made this card, Mystery Science Theater 3000. It starts with this basic silhouette, and I'll walk you through how I did this. I uploaded this image to Design Space, and I started also with this crater image. I wanted to show it in color, and here's how I did it. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to give you an idea how I clean this image up in Design Space. Okay, so I clicked on this eraser tool here, and I just erased all the negative space here. And you just go through, and wherever this blank is around these letters, you click, and it'll just automatically come off where it's real defined. Like especially these zeros. See, this is easy. Well, that didn't clean up like it would. See, 2 clicks. Easy. Easy. And it's okay if there's little, negative space there. That is fine. What's going to happen is you're cleaning this up enough so that you can get the letters right, because you're not even going to use, you're just going to kind of use the background of this. But the letters are what you want. And so if it's not perfect, it's fine. As long as the letters all cut out good, that's what you want. And I just went through here, and I used this wand, and I just clicked away, and then I very carefully, had to very, very carefully be very cautious using this eraser tool, because it's hard to see what you are doing. And so, but I did use it a little bit to clean this image up. And you make sure you click this little eye. That will show you what is cut. So you can see the M's not there, the S isn't there, the T isn't there, the 3 isn't there. You can see the Y is not there, or the E, or the R. So you can see, what's going to cut. That's going to cut. That's how it's going to look when it cuts. So if you go in here and you just keep on working with it until you get it the way you want it, and then you're going to continue to step 3 once you get done with it, and then at that point you'll save it. So from that point, I'll show you what it looks like in the next step. Okay, so this is what it looks like after you finish the Mystery Science Theater 3000 part. Let me move the arrow so you can see it better. And I'm just doing it, I'm just leaving it in the black right now, and you've got the characters in the bottom. Now, that was the easiest thing in the world to do, the characters in the bottom. I found a picture on the internet, and it was a black and white already, and so when I went in, the basic upload is all I had to do, which, by the way, you can click on this upload image, and then you click on basic, where we were a minute ago. So when you go in there with that little eraser tool, you'll just click, the left click, and it just erased all that white, and then you saw the little checkered squares, and then you had your nice little image in. But what I had to do, I don't know if it was necessary, but I went through and I clicked in between each one of these little spaces just to make sure they were going to cut out. And then I was mindful of that little eye tool like I had mentioned. And so this turned out really good. So I've just got this up for perspective, as I've already cut this out in black. Well, I use this for sizing, really, because in the Mystery Science 3000, this crater-like thing, this is what I've been calling it, was much bigger in proportion to this. So I just kept it up here like this. I didn't group it or anything. I cut this out in a kind of a canary yellow color. That's the color closest to what you call From Close to My Heart. It was a very bright yellow. And you saw before in where it was the uploaded image part with what it looked like colored, which I probably should come back and reference that. I'll try to do that. Okay, so that's what the image I was going for to look like. But obviously, until the print then cut comes out, there's no way to make it look exactly like that at this time. So what I did was I made the image do the letters, basically, and then I cut out a circle, and I sized the circle up to fit over that crater. and I'll show that in just a second. But I wanted to give you a point of reference. So this is what we're going for here. And if you notice on the actual letters, it's more of that canary yellow, that bright yellow color. And the rest of it has colors of rust in it and other dark colors in it. So I'll show how I created that in just a moment. Okay, so I put a circle in and I just sized it to fit. So it would be a complete perfect size over the Mystery 1000 Science Theater 3000. So that's all I did. And I cut it out in that same canary yellow color. And so I cut out the circle, that's a perfect circle with the canary yellow, bright yellow. And I cut out the Mystery Science Theater 3000 in that same yellow color. And then all I did was I took that circle and I crumpled it up. And that was the most fun thing ever. I crumpled it up, and then I used colors of, close to my heart colors of orange, and I also used ruby, and I rubbed it against it, and I used some black and rubbed against it, and then everywhere it was crumpled, it made that crater-like look, and I'll show you that in the finished card. So that's all I did to make them, and then after I made the crumpled up image, I took my pieces off the Mystery Science Theater 3000 and I attached it on the circle that I had crumpled up. And I used this this back part made like a stencil, and I can show that, and maybe that'll make a little bit more sense. So from that, it looks like this. And now I just sort of laid it on each other. You see the perfect circle. And then we had this great overlay. If I can get my hand out of the way, and I'll just put it here, you can see. So when I did the crumpled up piece, I put this over it, and then I knew exactly where to place each letter, and it made that to make sure it was curved just like it is here. And it didn't matter that, you know, we had these extra pieces here, because it all turned out fine. So I'll show you the completed card in just a minute, but the background I also wanted to talk about just a second. I used a basic blue background. It was sort of a medium blue color. I did not have any stars for it. And so what I ended up doing was I was trying to make kind of like outer space, really dark night sky with full of stars look to it. So what I did was I took some black ink and I used a sponge and kind of sponged along in different random things. I kind of swiped the ink around. And then I took some close to my heart colonial white ink, which was sort of an off-white, and I stamped stars. I have a star stamp, and I stamped that randomly all over the card. So you can see how this ended up, this background, and I put it all together here with the crater, and then the people at the bottom look like they're watching it. Here they are cut out, and I just put them at the top. It looks like they're looking at the happy birthday. I placed the card in a florist pick for the flowers that I had for my friend. And then I laid the cutout on the desk randomly. Then I put them on the monitor to look like they're watching whatever she's doing at work. Here's again this finished card. I just love it. I hope you do too. Make it from the heart. Bye. Please follow me at my blog listed and like this video. I really appreciate it. Make it from the heart.